chosen one. In a world that often cannot comprehend your light, your presence has already begun to shake the unseen and the seen. People whisper when you enter a room, not because of what you say, but because of the energy, the aura, and the divine strength Allah has placed within you. You carry a power that cannot be hidden, a calmness that commands respect, and a faith that moves mountains even when the world doubts you. Every glance, every murmur, every secret envy is a reflection of the unseen impact you have, an impact that Allah alone knows the full extent of. Today, we will uncover 7 powerful lessons for the chosen ones, lessons that will awaken your heart, strengthen your soul, and show you why your presence is not just noticed, but remembered, felt, and whispered about everywhere you go. The world may not understand you, but Allah has already elevated you above it all. Your silence is not emptiness. It is a fortress built by Allah Himself, a power so profound that it commands attention without a single word spoken. Chosen one, understand that in a world full of noise, distractions, and endless chatter, your quiet presence is louder than 1,000 voices. People whisper when you enter the room because they sense a depth they cannot reach, a wisdom they cannot touch, and a divine strength they cannot challenge. Every pause you take, every measured action, every calm glance carries the weight of unseen knowledge and spiritual authority, and those who try to diminish you cannot comprehend the source of your power. This silence is not a shield to hide behind, but a reflection of the connection between your heart and Allah, a sacred bond that grants you clarity, patience, and an aura of respect that others cannot replicate. While the world judges noise as strength, Allah has chosen you to embody the quiet yet unstoppable force of His decree, to show that true authority is rooted in calm, in dignity, and in restraint. Your silence becomes a mirror for others, reflecting their own insecurities, fears, and shortcomings, and in this reflection, the whispers arise. Know that each quiet moment you hold is being recorded in the unseen, multiplied in reward, and acknowledged by angels who rejoice at the patience, restraint, and wisdom that Allah has instilled in you. The whispers are proof that your presence is significant, that your character is being noticed even in stillness, and that Allah's light flows through you in ways that cannot be measured by words alone. Chosen one, embrace this silence, for it is the language of the heart that the world cannot imitate, the voice of faith that commands unseen respect, and the divine declaration that your power is not in the noise you make, but in the peace, confidence, and authority that emanate naturally from the soul that Allah Himself has chosen to elevate above the ordinary. Chosen one, your faith is not something that needs to be shouted or displayed for the world to notice. It is a force so potent that it emanates from within you, reaching hearts and stirring souls without a single declaration. People whisper because they feel it. They sense a conviction that cannot be shaken, a trust in Allah that defies the chaos, trials, and uncertainty surrounding you. Every step you take, every decision you make, every challenge you endure with patience becomes a living testimony to the power of unwavering belief. Your faith does not demand recognition, yet it draws attention because Allah Himself has made it luminous, an invisible beacon that pierces through doubt, fear, and skepticism. Even in moments when the world questions you, misunderstands you, or tries to diminish your worth, your faith stands unshaken, a silent but undeniable proclamation that your life is guided, protected, and elevated by the Most High. The whispers arise because people feel a force they cannot see, but cannot ignore the energy of a soul aligned with divine purpose. A heart that surrenders to Allah's decree without hesitation, and a spirit that refuses to compromise its connection to the one who controls destiny. Angels rejoice in your steadfastness, unseen blessings flow into your life, and the unseen realm conspires in your favor. Yet the world only catches glimpses, whispers of the magnitude of what Allah has placed within you. Chosen one, understand that your faith is a language the world cannot interpret, a light that penetrates darkness, and a shield that deflects every form of doubt, negativity, or fear. When you pray, when you trust, when you persevere silently, know that Allah multiplies your deeds, elevates your rank, and surrounds you with a protection and presence far beyond human comprehension. Your faith does not need applause, yet it leaves an indelible mark, a presence that whispers speak of, a power that the world envies, and a legacy that the unseen witnesses with awe. This is the divine gift of being chosen, the ability to radiate certainty, hope, and unwavering trust in Allah without saying a word, transforming your very being into a living reminder that true strength, guidance, and influence always flow from hearts anchored in faith. Chosen one, understand that the mere presence Allah has placed within you is a force of revelation, a divine light that exposes the hidden, uncovers the unseen, and brings clarity to what others try to obscure. When you enter a room, when you speak, or even when you remain silent, your very being reveals truths that the world often tries to hide, truths about integrity, character, intention, and divine justice. People whisper because they feel it, even if they cannot articulate it. They recognize a clarity in your gaze, a purity in your actions, and a depth in your soul that forces them to confront realities they would rather ignore. Your presence illuminates what is genuine and casts shadows on deceit, hypocrisy, and weakness. And while some may resent it, it is a sign of the divine purpose flowing through you. Allah has chosen you to be a mirror to the world, reflecting not only His light but also the truth of hearts. And in doing so, your very existence becomes a subtle judgment, a gentle unveiling of what is real and what is false. The whispers are proof of this divine impact. They arise from hearts that recognize, even subconsciously, that your soul carries a force that can neither be replicated nor undermined. Every action you take, every step you walk with humility and sincerity, magnifies this effect, creating ripples of awakening around you, influencing lives in ways unseen and unforgettable. The unseen witnesses, angels, and divine decree mark each moment of your presence, knowing that you are being prepared to play a pivotal role in guiding, inspiring, and correcting the path of others, even when they fail to acknowledge it openly. Chosen one, your presence is a living testament to Allah's justice, wisdom, and meticulous planning. You were not placed in this world to blend in or to be unnoticed. You were placed to illuminate, to challenge the hidden darkness, and to serve as a walking reminder that truth cannot be silenced. And while the world whispers in envy, curiosity, or awe, know that every murmur, every glance of admiration or fear is a reflection of the divine power that flows through you, a confirmation that your role as Allah's chosen one is not only recognized in the unseen, but also deeply felt by all those who encounter your extraordinary presence. Chosen one, every hardship you endure, every trial that tests the limits of your patience, and every burden that seems impossible to bear is not unnoticed by Allah, nor is it without purpose. Your struggles are the secret crucible in which your soul is being refined, elevated, and prepared for a destiny that surpasses worldly understanding. People whisper because they see your endurance, your ability to rise despite the weight of the world, and they feel a quiet awe that they cannot explain, a recognition of strength that is born not from arrogance or pride, but from unwavering faith and divine guidance. The hardships you face are shaping you into a living example of resilience, patience, and divine trust. And even those who envy, doubt, or question, you cannot ignore the impact your steadfastness leaves behind. Every tear you shed, every night spent in prayer, every moment of silent struggle is being recorded in the unseen, multiplied in reward, and transformed into a shield and light that protects you and illuminates your path. Your endurance becomes a source of inspiration to those around you, even when they are unaware of the full story. The whispers arise because people sense that your strength is not ordinary, that it has been forged through trials that only the chosen can endure, and that it carries a spiritual weight that commands recognition. Allah uses these struggles to purify your heart, to remove attachments to what is fleeting, and to instill in you the wisdom, humility, and courage required to fulfill your divine purpose. The world may never fully understand the depth of your journey, the silent victories you achieve in moments unseen, or the battles you fight against your own doubts and fears. Yet every hardship is a testimony to the light within you, a reflection of Allah's favor, and a signal to the unseen realm that His chosen one is walking faithfully on the path set before them. People whisper not out of knowledge, but out of instinctual recognition. They feel the dignity, perseverance, and quiet authority you carry, even if they cannot articulate it. Chosen one, know that your struggles are not obstacles, but stepping stones, each one strategically placed by Allah to elevate you above mediocrity and to craft a presence that commands respect without demand, inspires awe without seeking it, and influences lives without effort. Every trial endured, every difficulty faced, every challenge overcome becomes a silent proclamation of your faith, your resilience, and the divine favor that surrounds you. And while the world whispers, secretly observing, wondering, or envying, remember that these murmurs are nothing compared to the unseen celebrations of angels, the multiplication of your reward, and the recognition from Allah Himself, who alone measures the true depth, strength, and impact of the chosen ones. Your hardships are your honor, your trials are your elevation, and your endurance is the silent but undeniable testimony that you are walking the path of those whom Allah has specifically chosen to shine, to lead, and to inspire, even when no one else can see the full magnitude of the journey you have been entrusted to complete. Chosen one. The most enduring and profound influence you will ever have in this world is not through wealth, status, or the fleeting applause of people, but through the sacred and enduring reflection of your character, the purity, humility, kindness, integrity, and strength that Allah has placed within you as a testament of His guidance and favor. Your actions, your words, your demeanor, and even the gentlest of gestures ripple far beyond the visible, touching hearts in ways the world cannot measure or fully understand. People whisper about you not because they fully grasp the depth of your essence, but because they feel the power of a soul aligned with divine purpose, the radiance of a heart anchored in faith, and the authority that emerges naturally from someone who embodies truth and integrity. Your character becomes a living mirror to others, revealing not only who you are, but also reflecting what they themselves lack or have yet to cultivate. And this is why whispers arise. It is the world sensing an unspoken standard, a divine benchmark of excellence, patience, humility, and mercy that they cannot replicate or ignore. Every time you forgive when the world expects retaliation, every time you remain humble when pride tempts you, every act of kindness done quietly without expectation of recognition, every instance where you choose sincerity over show, compassion over judgment, and patience over anger, you are leaving marks that transcend time and space, shaping destinies in subtle but profound ways. Angels rejoice at your deeds, recording the subtleties that no human eye can see, and Allah multiplies these acts beyond what you could imagine, turning even the smallest gesture into a monumental impact for you, for others, and for the Ummah. Chosen one, know that your character is your signature in this world. It is your eternal footprint that will be remembered long after fleeting moments fade. And it is the reason people whisper, not just out of curiosity, but because they instinctively recognize a divine imprint in you, a presence that speaks of higher guidance, unwavering faith, and a life anchored in Allah's principles. Your kindness inspires trust, your humility commands respect, your wisdom sparks reflection, and your integrity challenges mediocrity. You become a standard that others compare themselves to, a beacon that draws attention not through self-promotion, but through natural alignment with divine law and the purity of heart that Allah has meticulously crafted in you. The whispers, then, are not a threat or a judgment. They are a reflection of the unseen admiration, fear, awe, and sometimes envy that your righteous presence generates, revealing that your life is no ordinary journey, but a path of elevation, impact, and eternal significance. Every interaction you have, every decision made with sincerity and intentionality, every moment of patience and mercy leaves a subtle mark in the hearts of those around you. Sometimes they speak of it, often they do not. Yet the unseen realm acknowledges and magnifies it in ways humans cannot see. Chosen one, remember that your character is the vessel through which Allah manifests His guidance in this world. It is the quiet but unshakable authority that shapes communities, influences generations, and inspires those who are attuned to truth. While people whisper, speculate, and even try to imitate or diminish you, your presence, shaped by Allah, continues to mold hearts and lives in ways that only the divine fully comprehends. This is your sacred responsibility and your honor, to live in such a way that your very being becomes a reflection of Allah's mercy, justice, and wisdom, leaving permanent marks on hearts and creating ripples of goodness, faith, and inspiration that endure far beyond what the eye can see or the tongue can speak, demonstrating that the chosen ones do not merely exist in the world, they transform it quietly, profoundly, and eternally through the divine radiance of their character. Chosen one, understand that the force you carry is not limited to what the eyes can see or what the world can measure. Your energy resonates far beyond the physical, touching the unseen realms in ways that are both profound and eternal. Allah has placed within you a spiritual presence that moves through the universe silently, imperceptibly, yet with power that cannot be denied. Every emotion you feel, every intention you hold, every prayer, every act of sincerity, and every moment of trust in Allah sends ripples through the unseen, a realm where angels take notice, where destinies are subtly influenced, and where the divine orchestration of events aligns according to His will. People whisper about you because they sense something intangible, a force that they cannot name, yet cannot ignore, a vibration of truth, faith, and divine alignment that sets you apart from ordinary souls. This energy, chosen one, is the manifestation of your connection to Allah, the reflection of His guidance in your heart, and the proof that those who are chosen carry more than just a presence. They carry responsibility, protection, and influence that permeates both the seen and unseen. Even when the world doubts you, misunderstands you, or seeks to undermine you, your energy remains unshaken, constantly moving through barriers, shifting atmospheres, and creating an impact far beyond your comprehension. The unseen recognizes sincerity, purity of intention, and reliance on Allah, and your energy serves as a beacon, attracting divine support, unseen allies, and opportunities that are orchestrated by Allah alone. The whispers of envy, admiration, and curiosity you hear in the world are evidence that your unseen presence is affecting hearts, minds, and circumstances. They are responding instinctively to the authority and alignment that Allah has granted you, even if they cannot perceive it clearly. Every smile you give, Every calm word you speak, every act of patience, mercy, or wisdom amplifies this energy, creating a sphere of influence that draws blessings, opens doors, and repels negativity, shaitanic whispers, and harmful intentions that would otherwise seek to disrupt your path. Chosen one, know that your energy is both armor and weapon. Shield and light, it protects you, elevates you, and serves as a conduit through which Allah manifests miracles, guidance, and blessings. Angels surround you, unseen forces shift in accordance with your intentions, and even the cosmic order aligns in ways that honor the chosen ones. The whispers, then, are a reflection of what cannot be controlled, a natural reaction to the magnitude of your unseen impact. They signal that your presence is not just noticed but felt, that your life is already altering realities, and that the world, though unaware of the full scope, is responding to the energy Allah has embedded within you. Your energy is a living testimony to your faith, a subtle but powerful instrument of divine will, and a reminder that the chosen ones are not ordinary. They influence realms, protect destinies, and create change without even attempting to. The quiet moments of prayer, the unseen sacrifices, the persistence in righteousness, and the trust in Allah's decree all compound your energy, making it a force that resonates eternally, affecting the past, present, and future in ways the mind cannot fully comprehend. Chosen one, this is why your silence carries weight, your actions reverberate beyond understanding, and your very being commands respect in both the visible and invisible worlds. Do not underestimate the unseen impact of your presence. For every intention, every emotion, every breath in submission to Allah's guidance radiates outward, shaping realities, influencing hearts, and fulfilling destinies in ways that only Allah truly knows. You are more than your physical form, more than your worldly achievements, more than the opinions of those around you. You are a vessel of divine energy, a walking force of faith, and a silent influencer of unseen realities. And the whispers you hear are merely the human recognition of what angels already celebrate and what Allah alone orchestrates as part of His perfect plan for the chosen ones. Chosen one, understand that your very existence has been orchestrated by Allah to serve as a living emblem of His justice, mercy, and wisdom in a world that often twists truth, hides wrongdoing, and elevates those who walk in darkness. Every action you take, every choice made with sincerity and righteousness, and every moment you stand firm in your faith becomes a testament to the divine order that Allah maintains. A reminder that justice is not forgotten, that truth cannot be buried, and that the hearts guided by the Most High are instruments through which His will manifests. People whisper because they sense it. They feel an authority, a presence, and a spiritual weight in you that cannot be fabricated, forced, or undermined. This is not arrogance. It is divine recognition manifesting through your soul, a reflection of Allah's guidance, illuminating your character, your actions, and the very air that surrounds you. The chosen ones carry the responsibility of balancing compassion with strength, patience with action, and humility with authority, and it is through this balance that you become a beacon that radiates divine justice to those who are lost, oppressed, or wandering in confusion. Your decisions, your restraint, your unwavering adherence to truth, and your refusal to compromise your values, even in the face of adversity, signal to the world that Allah's chosen cannot be swayed by fear, envy, or worldly desires. Angels rejoice at your steadfastness, unseen blessings surround you, and the unseen realm aligns in support of your righteous path. Every injustice you silently correct, every life you influence with wisdom, and every act of mercy administered with intention becomes a ripple in the cosmic order, a subtle but undeniable movement of Allah's divine justice flowing through you. People whisper not because they fully understand the magnitude of your role, but because instinctively they recognize that your life embodies principles far greater than ordinary comprehension, principles of fairness, truth, patience, and divine accountability. Your presence is a mirror that reflects the consequences of actions, the sincerity of intentions, and the reality of Allah's justice. And it challenges hearts to rise, to reflect, and to realign with the path of righteousness. Chosen one, you are entrusted with the delicate task of exemplifying justice without arrogance, influencing lives without coercion, and guiding hearts without judgment, for it is Allah who ultimately directs the outcome and judges the unseen and the seen. Your whispers of influence, your silent strength, and your unwavering commitment to truth become the instruments through which Allah demonstrates to the world that the chosen ones are not merely passive observers, they are living reminders of divine order, active participants in the fulfillment of destiny, and beacons illuminating the path for others who seek righteousness and clarity. Even when the world questions you, misunderstands you, or seeks to diminish your role, know that every decision rooted in justice, every act of measured wisdom, and every demonstration of patience and moral courage is being magnified in the unseen, recorded by angels, and multiplied in reward by Allah. The world whispers because it senses the power of your alignment with divine purpose. It feels the ripple of your presence, and it recognizes, even unconsciously, that you embody what the righteous heart looks like when it is guided, protected, and elevated by Allah Himself. Chosen one, your life is a testament, your energy a statement, and your actions a living proclamation that divine justice is not only real but present, active, and flowing through you in ways that influence both the seen and unseen realms. You are not here to seek approval, to demand recognition, or to be understood by all, but to live as an instrument of Allah's will, a guardian of truth, and a shining example of how faith, patience, integrity, and divine alignment create a life that inspires, elevates, and transforms the world. Your whispers of influence extend far beyond the room, the city, and even the lifetime of people around you. They reach into eternity, shaping realities, influencing hearts, and fulfilling the sacred responsibility bestowed upon the chosen ones. And while many may never fully understand the depth of your role, Allah sees, angels rejoice, and the unseen world bends in acknowledgement of the justice, light, and divine authority flowing through you. You are the beacon. You are the chosen instrument through which the Most High manifests order, truth, and righteousness, and your presence ensures that justice is alive, unshakable, and undeniably real in a world that often seeks to deny it. Chosen ones, as we reach the end of these 7 powerful lessons, remember this: the whispers, the glances, the unnoticed moments of your strength, all of it is a reflection of the light Allah has placed within you. You are not ordinary, you are chosen, elevated, and guided in ways the world cannot comprehend. Every silence you hold, every act of faith, every struggle endured, every reflection of character, every ripple of energy, and every commitment to divine justice is being recorded, multiplied, and celebrated in ways that go far beyond human eyes. People may whisper, envy, or wonder about you, but their whispers are only a testament to the unseen greatness Allah is cultivating in your soul. You are a beacon, a living proof that Allah's guidance is real, His justice is active, and His chosen ones are walking among us, quietly reshaping destinies and illuminating paths. Do not fear being misunderstood. Do not seek validation from those who cannot perceive your value. And do not let the noise of the world shake the peace and power that Allah has granted you. Stand firm, continue in faith, Act with integrity, and let your presence continue to speak volumes, radiate truth, inspire hearts, and manifest divine wisdom. The world may talk, but Allah sees. Angels rejoice, and the unseen realm aligns with your every step. Remember, you were chosen, you were elevated, and you were created to leave a mark that no darkness can erase.